Hello and welcome to Brave Souls Rewind, the show where I 200 older characters so you don't have to. This week, I'll be taking a look at one of the characters that's for sale this month, Yoruichi, the past version. And who knows, maybe if you're on the fence about it, it'll help you make a decision on whether or not to buy her. Now I've had this character 200 for a while, as she's personally one of my favorite characters to use. But I've never actually taken a look at her stats or abilities, because I kinda just like to flash step and kick stuff. In fact, I'd do that in real life if I could. But it turns out, her attack's actually pretty high, especially for a character that came out almost 2 years ago. This makes her NAT build pretty useful. She not only has a good attack, but her link is also normal attack damage, which really helps out. I did feel I had to flash step around to be able to hit the enemies I wanted, mostly because her range is not that great, but that was actually part of the fun, especially since she has long stride. Additionally, even with this build, her strong attacks weren't useless. Sure, she has 0 SP, but she also has frenzy, which means while they don't do that much damage, they do hit twice, and on some cases, even that's enough to kill an enemy. So I'm gonna say this is absolutely a viable build. Her attack is fast and does heavy damage, and her strong attacks aren't wasted. Next up is a strong attack damage build, which actually worked out pretty well considering her SP is so low. This is because even though she has low SP, her strong attacks hit twice because of frenzy. Now ordinarily, this wouldn't be enough for me to call this a viable build, because usually even if a character does do a decent amount of damage with frenzy, they're still stuck waiting for the strong attacks to recharge, with nothing but a poor normal attack to make up for it. However, this isn't one of those times. Sure, you still have to wait, but Yoruichi has a decent attack and her own NAT link to help do damage while the strong attacks recharge. And if that's not the way you want to play it, it's fine, because she also has long stride and extra flash steps, which means if you wanted to run away from danger while you wait for your strong attacks to recharge, that's also a viable option. Though I will admit, the range on her strong attacks could be better. And lastly, we have the strong attack recharge build, that pretty much fixes the few problems that the strong attack damage build had. You still deal a decent amount of damage with your strong attacks, except this time you don't have to wait nearly as long for them to recharge. And for the few seconds that you do, you still have a normal attack that does a good amount of damage. Obviously, I still wish her range of the strong attacks were better, but at least accidentally wasting one with this build isn't that big of a deal. So I'm gonna say that this too is a viable option. Overall, I still really like this Yoruichi. Her range could be better, but she's still a ton of fun to play, and she does a lot more damage than some of the other older characters. Though you do still have to kinda move around and line up your attacks, and it's a lot easier to do that in single player than in co-op. And with that, the video ends. Stick around though, I'm about to reveal who I'm gonna rewind next week. And before I go, I do want to say that I also have the Bankai Ikaku that is also being sold this month. So let me know if you want to see a rewind of him too.
いいぜお前ら最高にイラつくぜ。